missing someone.
What's good, YouTube? In today's video, I'm showcasing my top 5 meta SMG loadouts in Warzone Season 4 Reloaded, because we just got an update going through, messing with a ton of guns with the nerfs and buffs. So I feel like it swapped up just a little bit. So I wanted to go through and again, fully update you guys in my top 5 list for the current meta for the SMGs. So like I said, we're going to go through all those. Before I hop into any of that, I want to give a huge shout out to Wilson, Pand, and Dane for having my post notifications on. If you guys want a chance of getting my next video, make sure you go down below, hit the big red subscribe button with all my notifications on, as well as leaving a like and a comment saying noties and watch the full video through. Like I said, we're going to go through all 5 of my favorite SMG loadouts for the current meta. So without further ado, let's hop directly into loading number 1. Loading number 1, even after all the nerfs that we've been seeing this thing get, is still the H4 Blix, and it's absolutely disgusting. In my opinion, still my favorite gun in all of Warzone. So hopping directly into the build because I've been showcasing this a lot recently. Of course, you guys know I have that recoil booster on. It just boosts the fire rate, essentially cutting the TTK in half and letting you shred through people. Mixing that with the Carlson 17-inch custom barrel. Instead of the Bergstrom, which I used to run, I've been swapping back up to the Carlson just because the mobility and the strafe speed with this build, with this barrel specifically, is absolutely ridiculous. And then of course, my build now does have a little bit of bounciness to it, but it's very controllable. So I personally love using the slate reflector optic because it's just a very clean, simple, and easy to use little red dot. But I always tell you guys the optics are personal preference. And then of course, just like I was saying with the barrel, this build has great mobility and movement speed. So I tossed in the remove stock, just boosting that even more with the movement speed, sprint to fire speed, and ADS speed, just making you so much faster on the map. Mixing that with the SG98 compact, giving you even more strafe speed, pretty much just making you unguardable mid-fight because you're going left and right so incredibly fast. And then very essential for the build, you have the 54 Gorinko mag, giving you recoil control and actually making you more of a beam. Of course, that headshot damage, making you hit even harder. ADS speed, making you more snappy. And of course, that very essential mag size, which I just think you need for the build. And then you have the lengthened ammo type, just giving you that bolt velocity, getting you closer to hit scan. With the tape grip, again, giving you everything you need for the build with the aiming stability, movement speed, weapon swap quickness, and sprint to fire speed, just making you so much faster in every possible way in every different scenario. With fleet for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. Overall, that is my loading number 1 and my favorite meta SMG loadout for the current meta in season. I'm telling you guys, this thing is disgusting. It's been nerfed like 5 times and it's still just broken. So go through, give the whole build a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with this Blixen build. Like I said, that's my loading number 1. So stop directly into loading number 2. Of course, you guys probably could have guessed if the Blixen is still number 1, the Marco still number 2, which these were both number 1 and 2 for a while now. This has also caught a few nerfs, so hopping directly into the build. Just like the Blixen, you have the recoil booster. I'm pretty much running this on every single Vanguard SMG build imaginable because it just is really helpful boosting that fire rate. It really does let you shred through people even faster. Mixing that with the 342mm 04P barrel, making you more highly accurate and controllable, increasing that bolt velocity even closer to hit scan. Of course, that flinch resistance, making it more of a beam, and reducing the scope sway and gun bog. Overall, this just helps the build a ton and just makes it a laser beam. Now, the Marco really has no recoil whatsoever, and I'm telling you guys, my Blixen build has some bounciness. This Marco doesn't at all. I'm telling you guys, the slate reflector is very clean on it. So, of course, my personal preference, I love using it. And then you have the FR stock, giving you even more initial firing, recoil recovery, ADS speed, and movement speed coming together, making it to where you're gliding around the map way faster and you're more of a beam. And then you also have the Mark 6 skeletal, making you even more fast with the ADS speed and movement speed, again, just making it to where you're really skiing around the map so incredibly quick. With the Nambu 64 round drum mag, giving you even more hip fire accuracy and recoil control, making it to where you're a beam in every possible way, even if you don't want to ADS close range. Of course, that very essential mag size for the build as well. And the lengthened ammo type, giving you even more bolt velocity, again, getting you closer to hit scan. And again, just like the H4 Blixen on probably almost every build out of the Vanguard guns in today's video, I have the tape grip, again, giving you aiming stability, movement speed, weapon swap quickness, and sprint to fire speed. I know I'm going through that really fast, but it's the same pros and cons as before, just giving you everything you need for the build. With momentum for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. Overall, that is my loading number 2 for the Marco 5. This thing's absolutely disgusting as well. If you guys haven't already used the Marco or Blixen, you guys don't know, but these guns are so dominant. They've been dominant, just like the Blixen as well. The Marco has gone through multiple nerfs now and it's still disgusting. So go through, give this whole build a try as well, but that is my loading number 2. So stop directly into loading number 3. Loading number 3 is the MP40 SMG, which in my opinion is up on the rise. Is so disgustingly good, and I recently just dropped a fully in-depth video on it, just showcasing it on Rebirth Island with how good it really is. So hopping directly into this build as well. Of course, just like the other two, we have the recoil booster again, because like I was saying, I'm running this on every single Vanguard SMG pretty much, because that fire rate boost is just so helpful. Mixing that with the VDD 189mm short barrel, giving you even more damage range, bolt velocity, and limb damage, making you hit way harder, especially with that fire rate boost. So you're really shredding through people. And of course, I just personally love the slate reflector on almost all my Vanguard SMGs. So I mean, I always tell you guys the optics are personal preference. preference. And then I love the Krosnick 33 folding stock on my MP40 build because just giving me that sprint fire speed and move speed, making me so much faster on the map, but I do still hold on to even more accuracy over the remove stock. And then just like the Marco, I actually have the Mark 6 Skeletal giving me ADS speed and movement speed, which just feels really good on the MP40 because the mobility on this gun is immaculate, and this adds on to that even more. And then you also have the 45 Garinko mag giving you everything you need as well with the recoil control, movement speed, ADS speed, and fire rate coming together, making it to where you're shredding through people faster, you're more of a beam, and you're gliding around the map. And then for the third gun in a row, we have the lengthened ammo type, just giving you that bolt velocity, getting you close to the hit scan again. And like I was saying with the Marco, I pretty much run this on every single Vanguard SMG as well. I have the taped grip with the exact same pros and cons as the other two guns, again giving you everything you need on the gun to be faster in every possible way, with brace for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. But overall, that is my MP40 build and my loading number 3. You guys absolutely know how much I love the MP40, especially if you guys are in the streams and you guys watch my videos. And like I said, I recently did a fully in-depth video showcasing this build in specific, so go through, give the whole build a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with this one as well. Let's hop directly into loading number 4. Loading number 4 is the Arma SMG, which is another SMG I recently showcased as well, but this thing is disgusting. The fire rate is insane on it, and it's on the rise as well because I'm pretty sure it got buffed. So I'm directly into the build. Even with the ridiculous fire rate it already has as its base, we're also tossing on the recoil booster for this build as well, increasing the fire rate to such an insane rate that you're shredding through people so fast. Mixing that with the body 315 CII barrel, giving you even more damage, which is extremely helpful. Less damage drop off, and that bolt velocity getting close to the hit scan. Very essential for the build, and this barrel helps out in pretty much every possible way. And then of course for the fourth SMG in a row, we have the slate reflector optic, which I don't have to explain. It's a very clean little red dot, but I always tell you guys the optics are personal preference. And then I have the SA folding stock, giving me even more sprint to fire speed and movement speed, making it where you're very faster on the map, especially because the Arma is just a very tiny gun and you're really gliding with it, and this helps out a ton with it. Definitely tossing the folding stock. And then of course with the extremely fast fire rate that this gun has, it is very bouncy and it kind of just jumps to the moon. So I tossed the M1941 hand stop, giving me vertical and horizontal recoil control, making it way more controllable and way more of a beam. Mixing all that with the 60 round mag, which only gives you mag size. It does slow you down a little bit. It's not too noticeable, but of course that mag size is very essential for the build because you are absolutely flying through your bullets. And then I have the lengthened ammo type on this build with even more bolt velocity. Again, like I said, fourth SMG in a row, but you guys can run hollow point if you want to, but I definitely prefer lengthened. And then again, fourth SMG in a row. I don't have to explain this at all. I have the taped grip on it with hard scope for your perk 1 just to control it a little bit more, and quick for your perk 2. Overall, that is my loading number 4. If you guys haven't already watched my Arma video, this thing is disgusting. I was going crazy with it. This thing is very, very good. So go through, give this build a try as well, and just let me know what you guys think of it because like I said, it's on the rise, it's been buffed, and it's very ridiculous. So that's my loading number 4. Top directly into loading number 5, my last loading. Loading number 5 is one of my favorite guns in the game. It's the OWEN gun. It's very clean. A lot of people hate it because of how it blocks your screen, but in my opinion, it's clean. It's very fun to use. So I'm directly into the build. Again, a lot of duplicate attachments. Of course, we have that recoil booster again on the muzzle for the 5th build in a row, just boosting the fire rate with the exact same pro. It's just one of my favorite attachments on all of these Vanguard guns. And then I have the 188 shrouded barrel, giving you less damage drop off, that bolt velocity and limb damage, just kind of adding some range to the OWEN build and giving you that good fire rate where you're just beaming through people. And then like I always tell you guys, the optics are personal preference. So for the OWEN, I actually don't like the slate reflector. I definitely prefer the Night Arm Model 47 with the remove stock, just making you faster on the map with the movement speed, ADS speed, sprint fire speed, and aim walking movement speed, making you so much faster in every possible way. Mixing that with the Mark 6 Skeletal, again with the same pros and cons as the other SMGs, just giving you that ADS speed and movement speed, making it to where you're so much faster and snappier around the map again. And then you have the 72 Garinko mag, giving you even more recoil control and actually making you more of a beam, that fire rate letting you shred through people, in that mag size, which in my opinion again is essential to the build, with the length and ammo type with the same pros and cons as before, just getting you close to the hit scan. And again, I got the taped grip on this build with acrobatic for your perk 1 and quick for your perk 2. Overall, that is my loading number 5. My last loading out of all the top 5 SMGs. In my opinion, the OWEN gun is still nasty. It's been shredding through people and does a lot of damage, so go through, give this whole build a try as well. We do have one honorable mention at the end of this list, and the honorable mention is the Cold War MP5, which I have not ran a video on in a long time, but this thing's actually disgusting. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this just got buffed in the Season 4 Reloaded update as well, or the update before, but this thing is disgusting. It's actually really, really good. So hopping into this build as well, just like the recoil booster, everything, but the Cold War guns, just like the monolithic, it's just like the Groove suppressor. You have the agency suppressor, giving you sound suppression with your vertical recoil control, bolt velocity, and damage range. Overall, coming together, making you more of a beam, getting you closer to hit scan, and making you hit harder. And then of course, if you guys don't remember these builds, the Tiger Team Spotlight is so essential, just making you so much faster around the map to where you're absolutely gliding. And then you have the Raider stock, just giving you that strafe speed and mobility, just making you so unguardable mid-fight. And then of course, I'm big on mobility, so you already have the Tiger Team, you already have the Raider, so I'm tossing on the Bruiser grip as well, mixing even deeper into it with that movement speed and hip fire accuracy, making it where if you're up close, you don't even have to ADS, and you're absolutely gliding around the map again. Of course, you can downscale this to the 40 round drum, but I think the 50 round drum is perfect. It doesn't slow you down too much, and it's just absolutely essential represent sort of the build. But overall, that is my honorable mention. I absolutely love the CW MP5. Go through, give this whole build a try as well. Tell me what you guys think of it. And I'm going to go through and give a whole in-depth video on this build as soon as well. All together, those are my top 5 SMG loadouts and one honorable mention for this current season after the update, because we did get the season 4 reloaded update, buffing and nerfing a ton of different guns. So go through, give all of them a try, and if you do like them at all, tell me down in the comments below. And if they do help you at all, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. That's it for the video.